Hello there guys, welcome back to another video. Third one in a row on this channel. I'm on a roll. Today looking at this Ganesha lightweight, or I should say ultra lightweight stove. It's a wood burning stove, but you can also use it with pellets and spirit burner, all of that sort of thing. This is one of them projects that started off trying to give stoves to poor rural areas in Asia, I believe, a way of conserving fuel. Just for cooking on, and this is their commercial version, which I think is still in the crowdfunding stage. I'll link everything below. I'm not quite sure when this video will go out or what stage it's at the moment. Should have checked really, but I've used it a couple of times on camps. A few of you would have seen, and I'll show you what it's all about. So this is the wraparound case it comes in, and I didn't actually realise when I last used it, this is a fireproof material. So you can use this to put under the stove for using it on, so you don't catch like leaf litter or anything like that. So it opens up just like that, and then the stove itself collapses and is hinged. You just push it like that, and the bottom there you've got a little floor, so just push that down, gives you a little shelf at the front. Push that forwards a bit, and you've got this which pops in over the pot rests there, and you're set up. It is seconds, really is. Now, as you can see, it's stamped titanium. It is very, very lightweight, but it does feel a little bit flimsy, I must admit. Now, I've had it packed away, I've used it a couple of times, and it's been fine so far, so it probably depends on how you treat the thing. So if I tilt the camera down inside there, you can see it's like a dual chamber stove. So it should get a bit of a wood gasifying kind of effect going on with these gaps in the sidewall coming up there. This should make it very efficient, which is, you know, what they're all about. And that's going to be very good for getting quick boils on for boiling the bag meals and things like that. So here's the front of the stove. As you can see, you've got this little shelf here which helps support wood when you're putting that in, or sticks. And first off, I'm going to try it with a trangia burner, which will just sit there and be roughly the right height for cooking on. Now, it's designed to use these pot rests in here, so you've got a bit of a wind shield as well. Now, they sent me a compatible pot, which is an MSR. This is a Titan Kettle 850 millilitres, which, if I put it the right way round, you can see that fits perfectly with the handles there sticking out at the front. Now, apparently you can use a Snow Peak Titanium Trek 900 millilitres, Toaks 750, their titanium versions, Evernew Titanium, Vargo Titanium, and the Optimus Terra Express cooking pot as well. They're all the ones they've tested on it and work quite well with it. Now, I've got a cup here with me just to try out, and it does not. This is my largest cup, so it is really for pots, not so much cups. Of course, you can put a pan on the top there as well. You've got air holes for airflow. You don't have to use these, but that's going to make it the most efficient way of using it. So test one's going to be with a trangia burner. I have done this before. We've got steam and sound and a boil. Oh, that's still a bit hot. Did well. I've seen quicker, I must admit. I think that's due to the distance, but I've seen much slower also. That's not really the design feature of the stove, so we'll try it in a proper way in a minute. But so you know, pots larger than 5.5 inches in diameter can be placed on the top of the stove, such as frying pans, and recommended pot size 4.2 to 4.6 inches in diameter. Metric on the screen, I'm sure. Yeah, so we'll give it a go with a pan, and we'll burn some wood, and we'll try out that fireproof mat there as well. Got some twigs, and I've battened down some other bits as well to use for the feed hold, slightly bigger bits, and time to try it out. Just got a fire lighter in there, light that with a match, and we'll start putting some twiggies in, some bigger and some smaller. This is going like the clappers, just with some twigs, so I think I'm going to wait for some coals and a bit more of a slow burn before I put the bacon on. Got a tiny bit of oil and some back bacon in a pan. Yes, I normally use kind of belly streaky bacon, but couldn't find any today on the way here. Died down a little where I've put the bigger stuff in, so I'm going to put the bacon on now, bring it up to heat, and we'll also test that airflow there as well. It's created a bit of smoke, but there's definitely still flames in there, so I'm not taking it off. I'm going to let it go. Hopefully that airflow will be enough. Yep, seems to have picked back up on its own, so the airflow is good there. We're cooking. Yep, it's getting quite hot now. Going to throw an egg on now. I just took the pan off to cool it a little bit because it was getting a little on the hot side. Finally, I've got a bun that I'm just going to toast off. So we've got the bacon and the egg in my bun. That egg is terrible, but she'll do. Got to have a little bit of ketchup in there. I hear you say. There would still be enough heat there to get a brew on if I wanted. Just push them in a bit more. And there she is. Breakfast is served. I better eat this and we'll get back to the stove. So at 5 1/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch by 6.8 inches, it's roughly the size of the XL bush box, I'd say, but bear in mind you've got a much smaller burn-in chamber there. You have got that efficiency, but it is harder to get stuff in there. You'd have to cut some wood to the right size or just use twigs really. So there's a bit of a downside, but it has its benefits. If all you're doing is boiling water for kind of mountain house meals or something, it's going to be uber efficient and quick. Now the stove is just 7.8 ounces, which is 220 grams. It is very light because it is so thin. On the minor side, that does make it feel flimsy, but so far so good. It's holding its shape. I've got no problems with folding it back down or anything. Would I replace a bush box with it? Personally, no. It's good to have in my arsenal if I wanted to go really, really light and take it, but I wouldn't get it instead. Saying that, if I was like just a mountain house meal person, maybe because of the efficiency of it. I will link all the details down below to the campaign if it is still going, which I believe so. But yeah, let your eyes be your guide, and if you like the look of it, check it out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.